scrolling through Facebook and I see, people commenting on each other's posts years after the play that they were together, and seeing that they are still hanging out, that they're still doing things together and still helping each other out is really meaningful. I'm Andrea Boyd, and I am the Artistic Director for Theatre Antigonish and for Festival Antigonish Summer Theatre. Both of those companies are situated on the campus of St. Francis Xavier University in the Bauer Theatre. So Theatre Antigonish is a community and student theatre, but we're not a university organization, but we have really close ties with the university. I think one of the things that makes it unique is that it is professionally led. So people are coming in and they're learning how professional theatre works.
My name is Ingrid Risk, and I am the production manager here at Theatre Antigonish. So Theatre Antigonish is the community theatre side of it, and Festival Antigonish is the professional theatre. And so I work for both companies as production manager. I feel like I've come full circle a bit in my career. So I actually worked about 15, 20 years ago filling in for Ian Pygott, who used to do my job. And there were a bunch of wonderful volunteers then as well that I met and knew and worked with. And a bunch of those volunteers are still around and still volunteering here and there. Theatre Antigonish couldn't survive without all of the help from all of the wonderful volunteers.
Antigonish is an artistic loving community. All these people, because this little opportunity was there, let's go see what it's like. Let's have a go. Let's see. And of course, once they get hooked, I mean, you know what it's like. Once you get hooked in acting, you can't stop. If you've got anything to do with the theatre, you've got to be there, right? Well, my name is Pauline Liengme. With Theatre Antigonish, I have stage managed. I made costumes. I have been able to direct several productions, a lot of acting. Then I went on the board, became chair of the board for a while. All of that came about because I was working with Theatre Antigonish. The community has always been supportive. I think anybody that wanted to be involved can be involved, because if you wanted to be just connected, just to be an usher, just to be there, you were welcomed and you were trained. This is what you have to do. This is how you do it. This is so on and so forth. It was all there, and it was, smashing, because it gave the community this sort of feeling that it was their theatre.
My name is Briana Lynch, and I am the current chair of the Theatre Antigonish board. We are that bridge community where the students can come together with the town of Antigonish and get to know each other and create something together. It becomes a real community and family, and kind of once you've been a part of the Theatre Antigonish family, you're always a part of it. And it is magic.
One of the things that makes me super happy is just to stand back and see those friendships being made, and seeing those deeper connections being made, because for me, it's both the production that we're doing and the relationships that are formed with the people who are involved. Last year, just as the pandemic hit, we were in the middle of our Run for Girls Like That by Evan Placey. It was a really special performance and production and process. And the group of women who were in that were all young women, age 18 to 30, I think, all playing 15-year-olds in high school, and formed such a tight, supportive network for each other.
The Girls Like That cast, I glow thinking about them. Like, there was a lot of trust built. We really got to know each other on a deeper level because there was so much vulnerability. Like, we had to play 6-year-olds, and that was definitely out of everyone's comfort zone. I don't think any of us had ever really had to channel that inner child together, and and to be able to do that with them and to be 5 years old with them was super cool. There's just so much love in that building, and there's so much love between anyone who's involved in any way. And there's also the connections are so much stronger within theater because you are constantly getting into your comfort zone. So it's probably one of the hardest parts of leaving St. FX is leaving the theater.
The cast becomes a family. And when you finally get down to the nitty gritty and you're almost getting the green light for opening night, you really get this bond that you've worked so hard to come to this point. We've got something. It looks great. Now we're going to show it to the public. So you really have that sense of achievement, and it's a lot of fun. The variety of plays is very diverse. You have everything from Shakespeare to modern day stuff to Agatha Christie. But what we do is we put sort of a maritime spin on things. So for 12th night, we made it Cape Breton. And I mean, we had a lot of people coming from Cape Breton. They said, geez, you guys hit that bang on.
Theatre's for everybody. And I think in Antigonish, the community part of this theatre means that people do feel it's part of it, belongs to them, because it's an outlet for emotions. And once you let your emotions actually work out, you start using them in other ways. The fact that you're allowed to show your emotions, I mean, you can use them in other ways. You can use them to help people who need help, even if it's just an ear to listen. Because that, of course, is something that theatre really teaches you, is how to listen, not just how to act. You have to learn to listen. You can't act if you don't listen.
I love watching the transformations that happen. Maybe not in that production, but maybe in another production, they learn their strengths, especially really the students, because they come in their first year sometimes, and maybe they come in as an assistant stage manager and they're quiet. And by fourth year, they're stage managing the show and they are standing up and commanding a room of 20 people.
I'm not originally from Antigonish. I moved here 20 years ago, and just the way the community welcomed me in and the friendships that I made right away through the theater and through the community theater, it's like I came home to my family in Antigonish.
It's where I go to revive my spirit and my soul, and where I can just go and explore other parts of human behavior, of other parts of myself. So I just, it's my sanctuary is the word that comes to mind for me now.